now we are going to get to Sun Salutations. So that was our breath of fire. You'll start off with that, and then we will go right into our Sun Salutations, which we're going to go through the traditional Suryanamaskar, which is Sun Namaskar is the salutation. So this is just our kind of full body, nice circle going down to the ground, coming back up, really working on opening up the spine, the shoulders, and the hips while connecting our breath to our movement. So every time we go through a transition of movement, we're going to be either exhaling or inhaling through that position. So one breath, one movement. As we get more advanced with this, you can vary the technique, but we're going to keep it really simple. I just want something that you guys can immediately implement into your morning to feel like a superstar. Okay? This should be quick, this should be simple. I don't want you to sit in bed and mentally be thinking about, well, I gotta do this and that, and I gotta breathe here and that. I just want you to get up and go through this sucker, because you are gonna feel amazing if you do it, I promise, okay? So we are gonna go through it. I'll cue you through a few times, and then we'll do a few in silence together, and then you're good to go, okay? So let's go. We'll shoot for 15 minutes, okay, of just straight sun salutations. We'll do like 5 minutes of demoing and then 10 minutes straight of just continuous salutations. So we're going to start in our mountain pose. Feet hip width apart-ish, roughly. Imagine like 2 fists or so, whatever feels comfortable. I'm really not that concerned. Again, I don't want a lot of mental technique going into this. I just want you to get up and move that body, okay? So we are going to inhale from our mountain pose up into extended mountain, getting a little bit of an extension in the upper back, making sure we keep our glutes tight, don't low back bend too much here. Breathe into the chest and the lungs, lifting the ribcage up. We exhale, swan dive down, hinge at the hips, keeping a nice arch in the back here, opening up the hamstrings. This is our exhale. We're going to inhale, taking the right leg back behind us, plant the hands into the ground, kick back on the inhale to our low lunge position. Vertical shin in the front, chest and chin are lifted, and the back knee can come down if you're feeling a little tight, especially the first couple rounds. I usually start here. I already feel kind of tight. I did some leg stuff yesterday. Eventually, as we start progressing through the sequence and improving our mobility by continuing this practice consistently, you'll be able to get into, if I wiggle a little bit, into a better low lunge position, a little bit more alignment, a little bit more progression there, okay? That's our inhale. We exhale, we push the hands into the floor and come back into our downward dog. Okay, I'm gonna scoot forward just a little bit here. Soft bend in the knees, push the floor away, push the head away from the floor, the ribcage away from the floor, pull the belly button in, tilt the pelvis forward to get that nice alignment in the spine. We don't want to collapse in the upper back, and we don't want to be rounded either. We want a straight line from the hands, through the arms, through the shoulders, up to the hips, okay? You should have a nice straight line there. Now from this position, you're in that exhale. I know I'm talking a long time, so you won't be able to hold that exhale. But on this position here, we actually hold the exhale and come down into what's called the 8-point prayer, 8-point salutation, 8-point position. 2 hands, 2 toes, 2 knees, that's 6, chin is 7, and chest is 8. The hips stay up off the ground. Okay, and our belly is completely empty. We hold the exhale here from the down dog. We don't actually breathe in between this one pose. It's the only one. Then we inhale as we press up into an upward dog. We're going low variation upward dog first. So don't let the glutes go soft here. If we let the glutes go soft, we put a lot of pressure on the low spine. Okay, notice my glutes are tight here and my hips come off the ground a little bit. That's gonna decrease the amount of arch in the low back. Okay, so I'm actually putting a lot of weight into my hands. I don't want the shoulders collapsed. See the shoulders up at the ears? Push the shoulders down away from the ears. Pull the shoulder blades down and back Squeeze the glutes. Now look at my spine position. It's a lot different, right? My knees are still on the ground. Thighs are still on the ground here. This is our regressed version of the upward dog. If we want to progress, we just straighten out the legs, pull the belly button in a little bit more, and bring the thighs off the ground, the knees off the ground. If that's a little uncomfortable on the toes, we can always turn to the tops of the feet. This is actually traditional upward dog here, tops of the feet, which would mean then when we go back to our downward dog on the exhale, we would have to turn the toes under. Okay, so from upward dog, we exhale back to downward dog. And then we did right foot back, so we're going to do right foot forward on the inhale for our low lunge again. Okay, this is our inhale, and then we exhale to our forward fold. I like to come back a little bit here. If we come forward, the heel comes off the ground and we load the crap out of this knee, okay? Make sure that the knee doesn't shift forward as you step forward. I'd rather have your knee go back and your hips go up like you're doing a hip lift, because now when I go to step, the driver is this glute and this hamstring. If I come from here, I gotta push this kneecap back, which is a lot of stress on the patellar tendon and the quadriceps tendon here, because I'm asking for knee extension as opposed to hip extension. So if I push the hips up and back, then when I drive forward, I'm using a much bigger muscle. It's a much safer movement, okay? So I exhale to my forward fold. Let the head hang heavy, tuck the chin a little bit so you can get a stretch on the back of the neck here. We can even bring the hands off the ground if we like. And then we inhale. First, extend the spine, so that way I come into my hip hinge position. Now I'm neutral here again, as opposed to asking for the spine to lift the body. I'm asking for these big V8 engine glute hamstrings to lift the body. So I extend from the hips, not the spine, so I come up in a hip hinge pattern. I've got my belly tucked in and stabilized to protect and neutralize that spine as I come up into my standing position, okay? And then from there, I just continue the sequence up to my extended mountain. Notice again, glutes are tight, belly button's tight here. I'm not letting this go and arching from low back. Stay tight here and open from the upper part of the spine. Open from the rib cage and try to lift the throat and chin up, and you'll feel a really nice stretch through a lot of the tissue that gets tight there underneath the neck. Okay, and then we come down on the exhale to our prayer, and that's one cycle through our Sun Salutation. Now we're going to do the same thing going on the left side. Inhale up to our extended mountain, glutes tight, belly button drawn in. Breathe up into the rib cage, spread the neck and the chest. Exhale, we're going to swan dive. Hips tilt forward, spine stays arched, glutes and hamstrings control the descent. Pulling the shoulder blades together to get a nice contraction in the low mid trap, activating some of those postural muscles of the back. I've got a belly empty of air here at the end of my exhale. I take my left foot back this time on the inhale, big breath, reach back, make sure that we don't take too short of the step, because again, we don't want to load that front knee. We want to step back, load this hip, and then sink down. Big inhale, lift the chin and the chest. We're going to exhale into downward dog. Push the floor away and lift right foot back. And now we're going to drop right down, keeping that belly empty. Don't breathe in. Find your 8-point contact here. And then inhale. Glutes tight, belly button drawn in. Lift chin and chest, shoulders down away from the ears. Upward dog. Exhale. We're going to come back, tuck the toes under. Downward dog. Left leg went back, left leg comes forward, same side. Inhale, big step forward, vertical shin in the front, low lunge. Remember, lift the hips first, load the glute and the hamstring on the exhale to bring you into your forward fold. Go ahead and release and relax. Chin and chest come up first on the inhale, arch the back, lift from the glutes and the hamstrings, draw the belly button in, squeeze glutes, Squeeze abs, open from the upper spine. Exhale to our prayer. Inhale up. Glutes abs tight, squeezing. Exhale, swan dive. Tilt pelvis forward, push hips back, hinge. Right leg goes back, low lunge, inhale. Exhale, downward dog. Push into the floor, arch the spine, bend the knees. Keep the breath empty, bring the knees down, drop the chin and chest to the floor, pull the shoulders and elbows together. Follow through, upward dog. Squeeze glutes and low abs. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right leg comes forward, low lunge. Vertical shin, chest and chin up. Hips go up and back. Step forward into low lunge, forward fold. Exhale. Lift chin and chest. Inhale up. Glutes and abs get tight. Extended mountain to prayer. Exhale. Find that center. Pause in stillness, then inhale back up. Exhale, swan dive. You can mess around here. We can keep the arms in front. We can bring the arms in the back. It's going to activate different muscles, different regions of those muscles. Full empty belly. Left leg goes back on the inhale. Exhale, downward dog. Keep the belly empty. Drop down. 8 points. Inhale. Glutes abs, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left leg comes forward, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, prayer. Okay, we're going to go through in silence. I'm just going to cue you guys through the actual movement so you don't have to watch the screen the whole time. You can close your eyes if you want. Inhale, exhale as we go through. Okay? Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, right leg back, low lunge. Exhale, downward dog. Exhale, 8-point contact. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right leg forward, low lunge. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, extended mountain, reverse swan dive. Exhale, prayer. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, left leg back, low lunge. Exhale, downward dog. Keep the exhale, knees come down, chest, chin touch. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left leg forward, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Exhale, prayer. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, right leg back, low lunge. Exhale, left leg back, down dog. Belly, 8-point contact. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right leg forward. Exhale, left leg forward. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, prayer. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, left leg back, low lunge. Exhale, downward dog. Belly, 8 points. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left leg forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, prayer. One more time, each side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, we'll lunge right leg back. Exhale, left leg down dog. Belly, 8 points. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right leg forward, low lunge. Exhale, left leg forward, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive to extended mountain. Exhale, prayer. Exhale, swan dive. Left leg back, inhale. Exhale, downward dog. Belly, 8 points. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left leg forward, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive to extended mountain. Exhale, prayer. Find your center. The palms, eyes closed. up, exhale. That is your Sun Salutation sequence, the most basic, simple Suryanamaskar. Going inhale, extended mountain, exhale, forward fold, inhale, low lunge, exhale, downward dog, keep the exhale, come down into the 8-point contact, pass through, inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog, inhale, low lunge, exhale, forward fold, inhale, extended mountain, exhale, good. You just go through that sequence as many times as you feel is adequate for you in the morning routine. After you do your breath of fire, and then you're good to go for the day. You've gotten the warm up for the day. Your body, your tissues, your joints are all open and supple and moving with good quality. It doesn't take any brain power. You just hop down on the floor. I do it in the carpet in my room right next to my bed. Wake up, do some breath of fire to get your butt moving, thinking, connected, and then go right into your sun salutation practice. It can be as little as 5 minutes, guys. It doesn't have to be 15, 20, 30 minutes long. Treat your body with some full body movement. Get yourself going to start the day. Prepare the joints, open the body. You'll feel more connected mentally. You'll feel more open and relaxed physically. It's an insanely effective way to make yourself better prepared for the day. So I hope you enjoyed the sun salutation. Take that with you, apply it consistently in the morning, breaks in the middle of the day, or even right before you go to bed. It's a great way to connect yourself and bring yourself down and get ready for your sleep. Okay, so enjoy the sun salutation, guys. I'll see you next week. Namaste.